Is your brain on pop culture?
As we eagerly await the return special of the Muppet Show, people might forget the other pivotal show the Muppets were involved with. Saturday Night Live. Jim Henson and the Muppet crew were involved with Saturday Night Live from its very first episode and throughout its whole first season in 1975 with a recurring segment known as The Land of Gorch. But Henson was getting worried that the Muppets were going to be typecast because of Sesame Street as just child-friendly entertainment. So because of that, the segments often dabbled in adult themes. An immediate problem was that due to the Writers Guild rules, the only people who could write for The Land of Gorch were the SNL writers, meaning that the Muppet crew were there strictly as performers and couldn't give their own creative twists on what they expected out of these segments, even though they likely had the best insight into what they should be. It's worth noting in general that Henson and the SNL writers were coming at life from two very different angles at this point. Jim Henson was nearly 40 and a married family man, whereas the young renegade writers of SNL were early 20-somethings looking to push the comedic envelope in dark, bizarre and fresh ways. It just seems the two sides never saw eye to eye. It didn't help that most writers wanted nothing to do with the Gorch segment and apparently drew straws to determine whose job it was, with legendary SNL writer Michael Dunhoo stating, "I don't write for felt." The segments weren't great either, and these aren't the fun, recognisable Muppets you might know. Instead, they were quite unlikable and ugly characters. It seems no one was really happy with the whole situation, and Lorne Michaels realised he might have to be the man to fire the Muppets. But fortunately for him, not long after SNL started, Henson and crew had shifted a lot more focus onto the Muppet Show, which was set to debut not long after the second season of SNL. It wasn't a wasted experience though. The Muppeteers gained a lot of production knowledge from working on SNL. They made a lot of celebrity connections that they could use for the Muppet Show, and also the Gorch segments would inform Jim Henson's Dark Crystal movie and eventually the TV show Dinosaurs. And there's no bad blood between SNL and the Muppets. They've appeared many times since and even referenced their long history together.
The Muppets have been part of Saturday Night Live since 1975.
That's true, look at that.